Today my eye is much better. The inflammation is almost gone. I don't feel any scratching or anything like that anymore, so I'm so glad that my little trial and error of increasing the level or the dosage of progesterone really helped. I'm gonna be paying attention to it, how it's gonna turn out during the next cycle. Actually, all those eye infections I've experienced a lot earlier, and a lot earlier before I realized that it was connected to my cycle. Initially, I thought it was because of the makeup I was using, whether it's the eyeliner or the mascara or the eyeshadow. And I've looked into the ingredients and I realized some of the ingredients are not so good, so I skipped it. I switched brands, and eventually I did not use any makeup anymore, except for an eyeliner where I found it doesn't really affect my eye. But back then, and it happened years ago, I did not notice that there was a correlation between when my eye was teary and inflamed and my cycle. And I wish I would have tracked that, because I would have identified much earlier that there was an underlying pattern happening in my body, telling something, and I wasn't listening. So in case you experience teary eyes, inflamed eyes, and you think, maybe it's the makeup I've been using, maybe I should switch to different brands. Maybe you should, yes, keep an eye on that. But it could also be interesting to really check at which time within your cycle these symptoms do appear, because they could be connected to your hormonal levels, and that could be indicators whether you're entering a new phase in your life. So it's super exciting that our body has many little tricks, many messages speaking to us. But just as with any message, there's a sender and there's a receiver. And if we're not listening in, if we're not tuning in, if we're busy with other stuff and just tune out the noise, or rather focus on the noise which comes externally to us and not from within us, then it's easy to just miss the signs, even though they're sparkling and blinking. And the early signs, I can tell you, are so relevant, because if taken action early on, the likeliness that you'll be dipping into a steep, horrible, sad, ultra dark, blacker than the shirt abyss, the likeliness that you'll be dropping into that abyss is much less, is much reduced. And I'm honestly wishing everybody, whether woman or man, to never ever set even a foot near that abyss, because it's horrible. It's really frightening. So listen to those signs. I wish I would have listened to those signs early on, even before I turned 40. Yeah, so I will speak about all the other signs which had been piling up, you get the picture, for a long time, and I had just tuned out. So that was my eye thing. And there's others. See you in the next one.